Yeah. And so people just have to show up more prepared, more informed, and more ready to contribute good thinking and value immediately to impact or influence somebody's decision. And I know I'm that way. So I think that's just the reality of selling in this environment that we're living through today. I'll tell you another huge tip, particularly for selling to a younger customer or a new kind of customer. You got to leverage the power of referrals. Not enough producers do it, but we're becoming so increasingly influenced by the opinion of somebody we trust. And that valued recommendation from a third party, a credible source, is so critical. I read a statistic, I think it's 84% of satisfied customers are willing to make a referral, only 11% of sales organizations are asking. Closing that gap can be a catalyst for driving growth into a business.
It's so huge. What I will say is, I mean, I think about our clients in the financial services space where they're a little bit behind the 8 ball and they have to work with government and policymakers to help shape this, is because there are a lot of restrictions around who can say what. Can you have a recommendation or a testimonial on LinkedIn? How can you leverage some of these things? And the truth is, many times their hands are tied. They can't do these things yet. But what I say to them is, you have to help the policymakers understand we're living in a new digitally transformed world. These things are critical. You can't operate in this isolated silo and say, we're not going to allow these things to happen. The world is changing.
Right. And beyond the digital landscape, the power of a personal recommendation, a referral. If you recommend a partner to me, I'm going to pay attention to it.
You and I are a perfect example.
I'm going to take that meeting.
Who do I work for on the advisor side? Yeah. Who's helped me with disability? Who's helping me guide me on my finances? These are people who you personally referred me to.
Right. I mean, that all day long. And you know what, that might be, I think this is especially true for small business owners. I mean, my entire business is built on relationships, reputation, and referrals.
To go back to what we were talking about before of testimonials and referrals, for this business, I know that if I show up and I give my very, very best and I add value for this client, I blow their doors off, that it's a possibility. I'm creating an opportunity where a great outcome is going to happen. They're going to be happy. I'm going to get a testimonial from that client. I'm going to leverage that testimonial in my sales assets moving forward. I know that they're going to touch 3 or 4 people. They're going to ask them, do you know any people that could help us with this?
Yeah, so here's a huge tip for any sales professional: execution. Deliver on the promises you made. Make sure your company does, plus 10%.
Yes.
And that customer experience will begin to pay you back in multiples. As good a sales tip as we've discussed.
I mean, we could sit here and say, you know, make 25 phone calls, make 50 phone calls every day to, you know, meeting planners in different spaces. And the truth is, in the very beginning, if you're sitting here and you have no customers,
that might be time well spent.
You might have to get it going.
Today, I say forget about 25 calls. Create one brand evangelist that wants to go tell 100 people about how remarkable you are,
man.
and the sales will just begin to happen.